Hi folks, Mikey D here from Slip and Picks Kettle. Welcome back to my channel and to day 4 of the 10,000 steps a day, every day in October challenge. If you've been following along, you know we've been exploring how walking can help with mental health and stress reduction. But today, I want to talk about something just as crucial as our daily walks. The importance of sleep in my recovery and overall mental health and mental well-being. As a firefighter, I know firsthand how our sleep patterns can be disrupted due to the shift work we do. Whether you're a police officer, paramedic, or in any other emergency service job, we often find ourselves working nights and totally irregular hours to the general population. This can create a serious challenge for our rest and recovery. After each day of walking 10,000 steps, my body needs time to recover. And that's where sleep comes in. Good quality sleep allows my muscles to repair and rejuvenates my mind. I've noticed that when I sleep well, I wake up feeling refreshed and ready to tackle another day. But when I don't get enough sleep, well, it's a totally different story. I feel sluggish, irritable. My motivation really does dip. And in fact, I'm as much use as a chocolate teapot. But what about those of us who are on the front line, dealing with an operational incident? Being sleep deprived really affects our brain functions when making decisions where lives are at stake. We have to be bringing our A game. That's why sleep and recovery is vital in the jobs that we do. As a driver of the fire engine for 2 decades, one of the worst jobs is when you're sleep deprived and you're following that first pump if you're on second barra and the blue flashing strobe lights. That's why it's absolutely imperative that we get enough sleep and get enough rest. At the end of the day, we've got not only ours but other people's lives at stake with when we're driving. So make sure you look after your sleep. It doesn't just help my body recover, it's also a key player in managing my mental health. Research shows that a good night's sleep can improve mood, enhance cognitive function, and help regulate emotions. I've experienced this firsthand. On days when I'm well rested, I feel more optimistic and better equipped to handle stress. Life isn't so much of a drag on those days. In fact, since I've come off the fire engine and don't work nights, my whole life has changed. So, how can we improve our sleep quality, especially as shift workers? Here are some effective tips that have worked for me in the past. Number 1, establish a consistent sleep schedule. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on your days off. This helps regulate your body's internal clock. Number 2, create a sleep-friendly environment. Make your bedroom as dark as possible during the day. Consider blackout blinds and curtains or an eye mask to block out the sunlight. And use earplugs or a white noise machine to drown out any daytime sounds. Let any visitors know that you're on nights and you're sleeping it off. Or if you've got decent neighbours and they're planning to do some DIY tasks like cutting the grass, tell them that you're in bed and if they won't mind doing it a few hours later. I know my neighbours were great with this. Number 3, limit your caffeine in your heavy meals. Now this one's a hard one, especially for us on the front line, as we seem to have coffee and tea intravenously into our veins, don't we? But avoid caffeine at least a few hours before your bedtime. I failed in this last night. I had a cup of tea while I was editing the video last night and I was up till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I feel shattered today because it took me forever to get to sleep. This one's for the fire bobbies, because we know we like to cook for each other on the station. Avoid having a heavy meal before you go to bed at night. And now I know we've got a staple diet of spag bol and chili and curry, but having a big meal right before bedtime, it affects your digestive system, which can then disrupt your sleep. Number 4, incorporate relaxation techniques. Engage in calming activities before bed, such as deep breathing, stretching, or meditation. This can help signal to your brain that it's time to start to wind down. Now, a tip I used to use when trying to sleep off nights was to pop some earphones in and listen to some calming music as I'd slowly, calmly drift off into a deep sleep. Number 5, use light to your advantage. When you wake up, expose yourself to a bright light to help signal to your brain and your body that it's time to be awake and alert. Conversely, when it's close to your bedtime, dim the lights, dim your phone, put on your blue light filter to signal to your brain it's time to now go to sleep. Number 6, nap strategically. If possible, incorporate a short nap into your schedule right before your night shift. A quick 30 to 40 minute nap can really help boost your alertness and your performance. Number 7, stay hydrated. Make sure you're drinking enough fluid throughout your shift. And when I say fluid, make sure it's water. But avoid excessive fluids close to your sleep time. We don't want to keep nipping to the toilet, do we? Disrupting our sleep pattern. Bonus tip, replenish your sleep time reserves. On your days off, get those hours back into the bank. We know that we get so fatigued doing the job we do, but just take that time just to get those sleep hours back in that reserve. Otherwise, you're going to start struggling. Remember, prioritizing sleep is just as important as staying active. It's all about finding that right balance for a healthier lifestyle, especially for those of us in the emergency services who face unique challenges with our sleep patterns. Thanks for joining me today. As a shift worker, what sleep tips have you got? Let's share them with everybody else. What barrier to getting enough rest have you figured out how to overcome? Let me know in the comments. I'm really interested in finding what techniques and tactics you've got. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe for more insights on mental health and wellness. And remember, we're raising funds for Mind with every step that we take. Let's keep pushing forward together, one step at a time. If you can, please just donate just a few pence to this 10,000 step challenge that I'm doing. You'll find a link in the description below.